Howdy everyone, Chase here with Silencer Shop, and I am a noted 6ARC enjoyer. For a long time, people that shot 6ARC had to use 30 caliber cans and other silencers that weren't really designed for the round. But today we are vindicated because Cat has launched the 6mm specific can, the NOAH. Get it? NOAH's ARC. It's optimized for 6ARC, and it's a 3D printed from either titanium or Inconel silencer, and it's going to use their surge bypass technology. To make a great 6ARC can, it needs to do three things really well. Firstly, it needs to have low back pressure, it needs to be accurate, and have excellent noise reduction, and the NOAH really delivers on all three of those. The surge bypass technology makes sure that all the gas stays moving forward and spiraling through the can instead of coming back into the action. 6ARC is noticeably gassy compared to something like a 5.56 or 308. Produces a lot of gas to get the high velocities that the round is known for. So to limit any interference with the weapon, a low back pressure silencer is really preferred. It's going to keep your gun running smoother, running cleaner, and running more reliable, as you don't get all the gunk in the chamber and back into the magazine that you can with something that doesn't have quite as high a flow rate. It's also going to have excellent sound reduction. You've seen that from the other Cat silencers like the WB and ODB that are using the surge bypass technology. The NOAH is no different. It's going to have the same performance that you're used to from those silencers, but this time it's going to work on 6mm cartridges. It's obviously optimized for 6ARC, but it'll also work on your 6 Creedmoor, 6 GT, and coincidentally, the same things that make a can awesome for 6ARC also make it very good for 5.56. They have very similar profiles in how those bullets work. So this will absolutely work on your 223 and 5.56 AR-15 carbines, or if you're shooting a bolt gun in 6mm or 5.56, the NOAH is going to be an awesome option. Just like all of the other combat application technology silencers, the NOAH is 100% 3D printed. It's available in either titanium or Inconel, and comes in a couple of different flavors as far as mounting systems. You can either go with hub mount, it's the 1.375 by 24 industry standard universal hub threads that'll allow you to use sort of any mounting system that you might like, any different QDs. It comes with a 5/8 by 24 direct thread mount right out of the box. They also make it with an inbuilt QD system. That's their TSFX Spooky system. And that's a 16x1 left-handed thread. So it's actually going to be lefty-tighty, righty-loosey onto your gun. And that will include a 5/8 by 24 Spooky 1 flash hider. And the QD is built into the silencer, so you don't have to worry about any sort of tolerancing issues. They're made to work together, and it's going to lock up awesome. To keep your rifle running smooth, running quiet, reducing recoil, and doing all of the things that you want your 6ARC to be doing, surge bypass is going to make that possible thanks to the 3D printing nature of the NOAH. And if you're curious on whether or not you should go for titanium versus Inconel, there's a few things to think about. If you're shooting it primarily on a 6mm, 6ARC, 6 GT, 6 Creedmoor, and you're hunting, shooting long-range precision, something like that, those guns are generally going to be lower rates of fire, semi-auto, bolt actions, and the titanium is going to come in at about 55-60% of the total weight. So you're saving quite a bit of weight going with titanium, and it is plenty strong for any sort of semi-auto use on 5.56, 6mm ARC, 6 GT, 6 Creedmoor, any of those that you might be shooting. And I think the titanium is actually going to be more popular on this can just because of the way that we're using these guns. They don't have to have that super high rate of fire rating, but if you are really burning it down, shooting a bunch of 5.56 really hard use rifles, or you're shooting a shorter 6ARC and you might be doing more mag dumps and things like that, then they do make the Inconel version. It's going to be a little bit heavier, but it will be harder use rated if you really need a can that's full auto rated and has all of those kind of high rate of fire features that you might be looking for. Both the titanium and Inconel version of the NOAH are going to have this really aggressive pronged flash hider at the end, and that's going to do a great job of reducing flash in low light conditions. Another reason that you might opt for Inconel over titanium is that it's going to be a little bit better at flash reduction. Titanium does have a small amount of sparking. It's really not noticeable to the naked eye, but if you're shooting under nods, that Inconel might help you out a little bit more with flash reduction. So if you're shooting with night vision or thermals at night, you might want to opt for Inconel over titanium. Otherwise, the weight savings on the titanium is probably going to be the way to go for most people. Cat Noah is just over 6 inches long, which is more than adequate. It's about the same size as an iPhone Plus. If you look at them, they're almost identical in height. Both the titanium and Inconel versions of the Noah are rated for SBRs. The titanium version has a minimum barrel length of 10 inches, and the Inconel has a minimum barrel length of 8 inches. So if you're running a super short 5.56 or the shortest 6ARC that I have ever seen, go for Inconel. If you're shooting normal guns like normal people, titanium will probably get it done for you. The hub version of the Noah titanium weighs in at 9.2 ounces. Inconel weighs in at 16.8 ounces. Overall length, 6.15 inches. Diameter of 1.6 inches. Noah QD has a titanium weight of 10 ounces. Inconel weight of 18 ounces. Overall length of 6.5 inches. And a diameter of 1.6 inches. We took this 18-inch 6ARC out to distance. We had no issue making hits at a few hundred yards out to 500 yards that the range allowed us. The surge bypass kept the gun pretty quiet. It was no gas in our face. The recoil reduction was awesome, and the gun ran super smooth and super clean the whole day. We also took it out on a 5.56 SBR. Had no problems there. The surge bypass really kept the gas moving forward. Bolt speed wasn't impacted. Same thing, gas was out of our face, and it sounded awesome. Whether you're running this on 6mm precision guns and hunting rigs or 5.56 carbines, I think the Noah is going to be an awesome choice to add to your collection. If you have any questions about the Noah, of course, go ahead and leave those in the comment section down below, and subscribe to the YouTube channel and our newsletter, which is in the description, for all of the latest info, news, and deals about upcoming silencers, including new stuff from Cat. And thank you guys so much for watching.